What's up, peeps? Now I know my desk is chaos right now, but I'm gonna teach you something really cool and very helpful, I hope. Today, Teacher Cass is going to show you how to make your own earring hooks. But it's not going to be like my short where it was just one pair. I am going to teach you 5 different styles in 30 minutes. Yay! Kind of showing some examples here of some hooks I'm going to be teaching you today. We're going to do 2 kind of casual styles, 1 kind of casual or dressy, 2 more bougie, I'd say. Yeah. I will be making most of these with my bail pliers, but I am well aware that not everybody has bail pliers, so I am also going to show a way to do it with just a pair of round nose pliers and a cylindrical object. So no matter what tools you have, as long as you have the basics, you can make beautiful jewelry. The bail pliers, they do not make me better, it just makes the process easier, if that makes sense. So don't not make jewelry because you don't have a lot of fancy tools. They're not necessary. I'll show you. This is just a sculpting tool that I happen to have that is the same, I don't know, diameter, circumference as my bail pliers. These are snippers. These are very necessary. And these are chain nose pliers, and they're very necessary too. And I do have links. The ones that I have are not expensive. They're like $5.99. This is a very special little tool. It's called a cup burr, and this will make its appearance at the end of the video. And also, I will show alternatives to the cup burr. This magical thing here is called a pen vise, but also it's not a necessary thing, and I will explain later as well. This is my file set that my husband has gifted me. This is also not necessary, but it will be making an appearance near the end of the video. And now, these are hammers. On the right is a nylon hammer with a rubber nib, and then the left is, just a regular hammer with a ball peen thing, and of course the anvil. We have 18 gauge dead soft bare copper. You can use half hard if you want. 20 gauge dead soft, and 20 gauge dead soft in square. And I will explain later. So the reason I'm using copper is because I absolutely love copper, and I want to work with what I love. I know a lot of people don't like copper, it does tarnish, but I find that is the charm to it. But anyway, most of my copper is from Amazon, and it is bare copper. I recommend bare copper because if you hammer plated copper, it will peel. This one is from Rio Grande, but you don't have to always buy bulk in Rio Grande. I got not a ton, like I forgot how many feet this spool is, but it was like $10 to $14, I think, for it. And it's gonna last a long time because you don't use much. I'm cutting off 2 inches here, so you're just gonna get 2 inches right there. So I have a really cheesy, hacky way to straighten out wire, and I don't recommend it, but I'm gonna do it here. But I pretty much just take the rubber end of my hammers and I just like rub it on the anvil, and it does scuff up the earrings. That's why I don't really recommend it, but it works too. So if you don't care if your earrings get scuffed up, if you're gonna be like tarnishing them or something, I mean, it works well. I'm sure there's probably some wire wrap purists out there who are cackling at me right now. See? They're nice and straight. All right, so now we're gonna have to make these flush because these are sharp. I wanna talk about flush cutters for a second. If you put your finger here, it will not cut you. Now this is for most flush cutters, like this style of flush cutters. I don't know about others, but it will not cut you. But if you put your finger on this side, it will cut you. So don't do that. But the reason I say it is because you would want to put your finger here to stop your metal from flying. Because if you don't, it'll go, you know, shoo! You don't want that. So now you're gonna take your bail pliers, and I'm just going to use the smallest size here. I'm gonna flip it around, and we're gonna make our little hoop. Now this earring hook is just like the one from my short. It's gonna be the same one. Now you're gonna put them next to each other and just make sure they are even, because you don't want wonky earrings. Now we're gonna go to the largest size, which is number 6, and we're gonna make sure that hoop is facing away from the one we're wrapping it around. And you're gonna make sure it's straight, and then you are just going to wrap it around and let it sit straight. Like, don't curve it around. This is just a very simple look, casual look. We're going to do the same to the other side. Just make it straight. And voila. So now we're going to just put them next to each other, make sure they are the same. And we're gonna snip the tips and make sure those did not stick in my finger, by the way. I'm just gonna make sure that they are nice and even. Now, one thing that I like doing when I'm making earrings, which is much easier from a head-on perspective, is I take something like a pencil and I will just hang them on the pencil, and then I will hold them up to eye level so I can see that they are perfectly even, perfectly straight. It's kind of hard to do from a bottom-up point of view, but that's what I'm trying to do to show you that they're the same. There we go. Our first pair is done. Nice, simple, casual little ear hooks. Now, we're going to grab our 18 gauge again, and we're going to get 2-inch little bits. And we are going to make sure they are flush and the same length. Put your finger there, snippity snip. There's a little floof. I blew it away. I don't know where the floof came from. It's a mystery. It's probably from my mat. Now, this time I'm going to bring in another tool. As I said in the beginning, not everybody has bail pliers. So, at bare minimum, you should have a good pair of round nose pliers. And these ones, I just put some markings on the top, because if you don't do that, it is very hard to get even earrings. You'll see what I mean. So I have one at the very base, I have one at the very tip, and I have one in the middle. We're gonna use the one at the very tip here, and we're gonna make a little circle, just like you would with the smallest step on the bail pliers. Now these ones will have a much smaller hoop than the bail pliers' smallest step, because it's much finer, these ones. However, in essence, they are the same. Now we have two nice even ones. Now, because the round nose are not very large at the base, I'm using this sculpting tool to make the earring hook part, which is basically the same size as the largest step on the bail pliers. It's a little finagly, but you can make it work. just kind of bend it around just like you would with the bell pliers. And now we're going to do the same with the other one. You'll notice that I did mark it, and that helps make it even. You want 2 even earrings. And now we have 2 nice, even earrings. Check that out with very, very simple tools. What I'm doing here is I'm just using my nylon hammer to kind of straighten out, but it's also doing what's called work hardening. As you hit the metal, the stuff inside, I'm not all sciencey, it gets harder, so they get stronger. But yes, there we go. And now I'm going to put them side by side, make sure they're even, and I'm going to flush cut to make sure they're nice and, even. Can you tell I do tutorials all the time? I'm a professional. Snip, snip, and there we go. We have our second pair of earrings made with fairly simple tools. So see, even if you don't have the fancy bell pliers, you can do it too. Don't not do jewelry because you don't have the fancy tools. Like I said, they do not make you better, they just make the process easier. That is all. That being said, for the next 3, I am going to use my bell pliers because I do like it. I do like it easy. Right, we are going to do the 18 gauge again, and we're going to get 2-inch pieces again. Make it flush. And now I'm going to bring in another tool. These are called nylon pliers. They're of course not necessary, but they help straighten out your wires without leaving marks, like I did last time. Now once your wires are straight, by whatever means you straighten them, you're going to go on the smallest size of the bell pliers and make your hoops. Make sure they're even, and then we're going to do the largest size. Make sure the hoop is facing away, and this time we're going to curl them more. So go further around the bell plier circle. These will be the kind of dressy, kind of casual ear hooks that you're probably more used to seeing, because this is the more kind of common shape. What we're going to do, we're going to make sure they're even. And then I'm going to bring in another tool. And this is not a necessary tool because you can use your chain nose in place of this tool, but I have it, so I'm going to use it. Now that we're nice and even, we're going to grab either our flat nose pliers or chain nose, and you're going to just make sure you grab both of them at the same time and twist them upwards like this. And there you go. Very easy, and these are probably very easily recognizable because usually earring hooks look like this. And that is the third pair down. Now we can start having some real fun. This is 20 gauge square wire. Oh yes. We are going to get about 6 inches of this beautiful wire. Can you tell I'm a little bit obsessed with it? And now, my friends, introducing the pin vise. This magical little tool will help you twist your wire, and it'll be beautiful and uniform and perfect. Now, I will say this is not necessary. I bought this because my hands are horrible and they have a lot of pain, and I was doing this with just 2 chain nose pliers, just, one plier on one end, one plier on the other end, and just twisting with your wrist, but it was horrible. But this tool is a game changer, and it was not that expensive. So if you want it, treat yourself. If you're gonna treat yourself to a tool, let this be the tool you treat yourself with, because you can make beautiful twisted square wire. You can put 2 pieces of round 20 gauge wire and twist them together like it is just magical. And look at that, it's straightened the wire, you guys. It's magical. Just can we just take a moment just to appreciate the beauty of this? Like, look at this. Oh, gorgeous. Okay, so now we're just gonna snip off the tips that did not get twisted. Make sure those are nice and flush. And now we're going to cut them into 2-inch pieces. And now that you've got your 2-inch pieces, you're gonna treat them just like the previous earrings. You're gonna do the small step on your bail pliers, number 1. I'm just gonna call it the number 1 step. And you're gonna treat them just like the other wire. And the only difference is it's twisted. And since it's 20 gauge, it'll still fit in most earlobes. Because usually when people get their ears pierced, the piercer will use a gauge between 16 to 18. So 20 gauge is smaller than 18, so 20 gauge will almost always fit. Now we're gonna make sure they're even. The one on the right is just a little more curved, so I'm just gonna kind of dial it back with my chain nose so they're nice and even again, just like that. And then we're gonna put them on the largest size on the bail pliers. I'm gonna call that size 6. They are 6-step. 6-step is the largest, and we're gonna keep curving just like the previous earrings. Make sure they're nice and curved. Then we do our check for evenness and straightness. We're gonna do our little flush cut here, and then we're gonna bend them up with the flat nose pliers. And there you have some truly lovely little earring hooks, because why can't earring hooks be just as amazing as the earrings themselves? I may just use these in all my earrings from now on. And that is our 4th pair down, and now it's time for the bougiest pair. This is the most effort, but they are completely worth it. They're beautiful, they're delicate, they're just fine and tiny and bougie. So if you're making like bougie earrings, then you're gonna want these. Now you're gonna grab your 20 gauge, and the reason for this is because, well, personally my beads do not fit on the 18 gauge. If you do use larger beads, which you can, totally adjust this quote-unquote recipe. But I'm using 3mm check fire polished glass, and also you need some 26 gauge dead soft wire for the wrapping. These beads are called Copper Rainbow, I think, and I just think they're beautiful. They complement the copper so well. And you're just gonna need 1 per earring, so. And you're gonna cut some 3-inch lengths of this 20 gauge wire. This is also round wire. And we're gonna do our little flush thing. Straighten them out as much as you can by whatever means you have. Make your hoops with step 1 of your pliers. Make sure they're even, and now you are going to grab a bead for each earring. Gonna get a comfortable length of your 26 gauge dead soft wire. It doesn't have to be 26 gauge, it could be 28, it could be 30, it doesn't matter. I got this much, I don't need this much, but I just like working with a longer bit of wire. And you are just going to wrap about, I do 7 times per side. Nothing fancy, just a quick little spiral. And now you tighten it up, and I do use my chain nose pliers for this. You don't want to squeeze too hard. That's very important because you're gonna completely crush your little spiral there. Remember, this is delicate work here, and you get this pretty little thing here. Now I'm just pulling the base wire a little taut before I snip, and you're going to want to cut these as flush as you can. So try to cut them at like a bit of an angle so there's no sharp bits sticking out. And then I will just take my chain nose and just kind of push down on any little sharp edges that may be there, but just don't squeeze too tight because again, you're going to crush your little spiral. You don't want to do that. You want it to stay nice and round. It's a little difficult because I know naturally you want to like hold your earring very tight, but just kind of grip it loosely so you don't crush your spiral. And you're gonna just twist your earring around, make sure it's nice and curved, just like that. And there we go. Now we're gonna do the other side. I did 7 wraps for my other one, so I'm going to do 7 wraps with this one. You don't have to do 7 wraps. I just happen to do 7 wraps. You just want them to be even. As long as they're even. Do 5, do 10, it doesn't matter. Gently bring it together with your chain nose pliers. Make sure they're nice and tight. Pull the base one taut and snip nice and flush. Grip your earring loosely with the bell pliers so as not to crush your spiral, and gently twist around, nice and curvy. And now we check for evenness. These are very long, but I am going to cut a good length off. So you probably don't need 3 inches. I just like more is better than not enough, in my opinion. So now we're just going to cut them evenly and nice and flush. Snip. And then we're going to take our flat nose and curve them up on the tips. We have some lovely bougie earrings, but because these are 20 gauge, they are a little bit more flimsy, so here's a thing you can do, and it also adds just a little more interest. We're going to hammer the curve just a little bit, not a ton, and this will strengthen them. It's not necessary because they are earrings and people should not be like handling their earrings roughly anyway, but this just helps kind of give you the peace of mind that you have a stronger ear wire. I'm just going to just gently hold this off to the edge and hammer just very lightly, just until it's a little stronger. Be careful not to hit your spiral. Again, you will flatten it out. You don't want to do that. And there's the second one done. So after you hammer, oftentimes it will kind of misshapen your stuff a little bit. So just gently move it back into the correct positioning and get it straight again. And then there we go. There's your 5th pair, your bougie little pair. And you have just learned how to make 5 pairs of earrings in 30 minutes. Congratulations. But if you stick with me just a few minutes longer, I will show you how to finish these off. A little extra touch just to ensure that, you know, your customers are happy. I have 3 things here. This is my file set, my cup burr, and an emery board. Now you notice when you do your earring hooks that they may have sharp edges. Ooh, sorry for that focus. First of all, this is a cup burr. These are a little pricey, but essentially they have a file inside. So you want to put the tip of your earring hook into that cup burr and twist, and it will round out your edges and make them smooth. You will see tiny little metal filings falling out of that. If you do not have a cup burr, which is totally fine, you may in your home have one of these sets, because these are for, you know, all kinds of things. They're files. Any one of these would work, and you would just take one and just kind of rub your piece on it like this, and this will also smooth out your edges, just like that. Now, if you don't have a cut burr, you don't have a file set. One thing that most people have in their homes is nail care of some kind, and here enters the emery board. This will work just as well. Yes, it will. You take your piece and you use it just like you would with the file. You just rub it against the piece, just the tip, and then it will round it out and smooth it out, and your customers will not get their ears ripped up. And there you go. 5 pairs of earrings in 30 minutes, start to finish. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. May it aid you in your jewelry adventures. Have a wonderful day, guys. Thank you all for watching. Bye-bye.